Okay, so it occurs to me that all the things we need to make the shifts that are necessary are in place. They're used for the wrong things. We do observation and we write it down, we give people feedback, right? But we're doing it on the wrong criteria.
It's a very exciting future for a lot of companies, a lot of governments, some people. But there is an effect of those technologies, which is to automate some jobs. And one of the things that we're needing to work out at the kind of national level is which jobs we're going to need in the future, and therefore what sort of skills and capabilities we need to be teaching for today.
So our challenge isn't getting content to kids, but giving them the tools to do a lot with that content. And so I think the big change for us is to equip kids to be able to use knowledge to contribute in good ways to the world. So we have to have kids doing things and making things in school, not just sitting and listening and taking in things.
I think a lot of schools feel like they're not doing as well as they are, and I'm constantly surprised when I go to schools and there's this just continued mentality of you got to keep getting better and better, which is fine, but for many of them to stop and actually acknowledge the fact they're doing a lot of things really well.
I think that the idea of using assessment to rank people is not very meaningful because our ability to predict people's future success is very, very limited. So I think, yes, we need assessment because people need feedback on the learning, but that's what we should focus on the feedback, on the reflection, not on the you're better than she is, because we end up, you know, discouraging the people at the bottom and making the people at the top overconfident, and maybe neither one deserves to be that way.
One grade of rice per square of chest, not like it's intrusion.
Say that word, Berger! Berger, feel that word!
The most powerful thing, I think, is younger children. Kids that are 4 and 5 are fearless in learning, take tremendous joy in learning, ask lots of questions, are willing to try all different ways of learning, and express their learning in all these different ways. And we actually constrain them more through the years to make things tighter and tighter. In the network I work with in the States, we have many high schools in low-income communities. Some of them are urban communities, some are rural communities, where every single student is getting into university. And it seems astounding because in the other schools, often only a little over half the kids are even graduating. But it's the same kids in a different setting. And I think the big difference is when I was in high school myself, my job was to get myself into university, just me. It's like it was a sole purpose. And in fact, if my classmates did poorly, it actually helped me. Because the worse they did, the better my grade point average would look. I had no incentive to help everyone. Whereas I think the reason that our schools are succeeding is that kids see their effort in school as a team effort, as a crew effort. That their job in school is to get themselves and all of their classmates into university. And that they won't have succeeded unless they've all done it together.